Wendy Williams' son Kevin Jr. breaks his silence in his first interview, expressing his anxiety that his mother is in danger of passing away and blaming the team. Kevin, 22, criticized Wendy's inner group and said that they were profiting from her popularity, fortune, and incapacity to make wise judgments as a result of her serious alcoholism. Kevin claimed that since being given guardianship last year, his mother's mental and physical health have been in danger. He thinks that Wendy's health issues have been disregarded while those around her profit from the endeavors she is engaged in. Kevin told the U.S., "Son, I know there are all sorts of things happening that I know in her right mind she would never agree to. As hard as it is seeing her being taken advantage of, I know that if I'm making sure she, as a person, is okay, that is the important thing. Because eventually, she's going to realize the craziness that's been going on." The U.S. Sun recently exclusively reported that she was hospitalized in last month in New York, which her son now also confirms. Kevin said Wendy's jeweler-turned-manager, Will Selby, contacted him in mid-May to tell him that his mother was in the hospital. Kevin claimed it was the first time he had heard from Will, who he often calls the jeweler, in several months. Kevin stated, "Will called to tell me she was in the hospital," and added that their previous conversation took place at the end of the previous year. Kevin asserted that no one from Wendy's team, her guardianship, or the court overseeing her guardianship case had informed him that Wendy had been discharged from the hospital at the time of our interview. Additionally, he said that nobody had informed him that she was reportedly relocated from New York. Following the U.S. Sun's initial story that Wendy was in a hospital in New York, Wendy's representative, Sean Zanotti, provided a statement to another media on May 20th. "I can vouch for the fact that Wendy Williams is not a patient in a hospital, as reported. I can also confirm she is not in New York," Sean said at the time. Wendy bowed out of her scheduled speaking engagement on May 20th at the Atlanta Women's Expo days before the event due to her apparent declining health. Kevin's concern. Kevin expressed his concern about the people around Wendy presently who continue to profit off of her. "What's been made more important by the people around her is that while her health may not be great, she needs to keep on earning income, and in my opinion that should not be a priority at all. And whoever has been hired, they are taking advantage of someone who needs to get better." Kevin said his mother's health has declined since she was living with him in Florida from late 2021 to around the spring of 2022. Under his care, he said he would take her to restaurants that didn't serve alcohol and he had her exercising and eating healthier. Wendy's alcoholism. "I know the rate that she uses alcohol isn't like a normal person and we've spoken about it. I've said this is one thing where you don't know how to approach it normally, and that's fine. And it's gotten to a point where yes, it could have that effect that it might be fatal because it affects her way worse than a normal person since it stays in her system," Kevin claimed. According to her son, who said he was in his mother's doctor's appointments when she was with him in Florida, Wendy's various ailments have a compounding effect, and her body doesn't process alcohol like the average person. "There are a lot of people who are very aware that there is an issue with her drinking, and how that issue may be helped, but I think these people are taking advantage of it while allowing it to play out to make it look like they aren't causing the issue."